Welcome to another episode of the Pendleton Sportsman. Now we got a couple different things to do on today's show, so let's get started. First on the agenda, some saltwater fishing. Now before we get started, we got to catch some bait. And if any of you know me or if you've seen any of my shows, you know that I'm a firm believer in catching your own bait and not spending any money on anything. So what we're going to try to do today is catch some sand crabs, or some of you might know them as mole crabs, and mussels. And those are two really good baits to use in the surf around here, and that's what we're going to catch right now. So let's see how we do it. Now granted, there are a lot of bait shops around here that sell plenty of old nasty bait that you can wrap around your hook, but it's good to have some fresh bait if you can get it. So you see me digging in the sand right here, and this is how you catch those sand crabs. They come up in the waves and then they dig into the sand, and you can see their little tails sticking up as the wave recedes. Now you can find mussels pretty much on any type of structure that grows along the shoreline. Here I'm picking them off of the big rocks that make these rock jetties out here. The best time to catch either one of these baits, either the crabs or the mussels, is at low tide when the water is down. But it doesn't matter how low the water is, I always seem to get myself wet. Tagging along with me on this fishing trip is my buddy Rob Suarez with 11th Marines.
Hey, sometimes when you want to catch bait, you gotta pay the price, as you can see here. But it's all worth it when you get a fish on the end of your line. That's where we're headed next.
So we got our bait here, and I mentioned they're called sand crabs. Some of you might know them as mole crabs or sand fleas. You can catch them on the East Coast and the West Coast, but they're these little critters right here. I'll get a close-up shot for you, but they're a pretty good bait all around the country in the surf. And I like to use them because they're free. Of course, you can't be scared of the water because you're going to get wet. And then we also got a few of these mussels. And we got to crack these mussels open and get the meat that's inside it, wrap it all around the hook as many times as you can, cast it out there. And both of these are good baits here in California in the surf. Now after drying off and changing over, Robert and I were ready to try our luck. And in this upcoming fishing footage you're about to see, I'm going to show you some of the critters that you're out there swimming around with when you decide to go have a good day at the beach.
All right, so we got our bait. We made it out here onto the rock jetties right here at Del Mar Beach, right here on Camp Pendleton. There's a lot of fishing you can do on Camp Pendleton, not only in Lake O'Neill and Lake Pulgus or Case Springs, but there's a lot of saltwater fishing you can do right out of the base. So today we're going to be on these rock jetties, Del Mar Beach, and we're going to be fishing in the surf zone for surf perch and corbina and whatever else wants to bite. What we're doing today, we got a couple different rigs we're using. On this rod right here, I've got a double hook drop rig. It's got a hook up high, hook down low, and we're using the crabs that I caught earlier, little mole crabs or sand crabs. And these are, you can use these all different ways. You can cut them in half and get two baits out of one. You can peel the shell off and use it, or you can just use it whole like I'm about to do here. And all you want to do is you just hook it from underneath up through the top of the shell. And you've got your crab on for bait. So I've got that one on. With this surf fishing, you just pretty much throw it out there as far as you want to. You can throw it out 10 feet in front of you. You can throw it out 30 feet in front of you. It really doesn't make a difference because it doesn't get any deeper anywhere. So again, we got a couple different rigs we're using, but pretty much it all consists of just a weight and a hook. That's most saltwater fishing, is a weight and a hook. And we're using 2 ounces of weight here in the surf zone, but depending on where you're fishing at, you might could get away with a ½ ounce. Sometimes you might have to use up to 4 ounces, depending on where you're fishing at. But right here off the Del Mar jetties in the surf zone, you should be able to get away with between a 1 ounce and a 3 ounce weight. So let's cast them out here and catch us a perch. haven't been here 10 minutes and we got a fish already. I gotta go down here though. Whoa! Nice corvina! Nice corvina! Woo! Look at that guy right there! First fish of the day! Not too bad, huh? All right! Now that's exciting! Fishing in the surf right there! Look at this corvina! That is a nice one right there! Caught him on a sand crab and a circle hook. And that circle hook is beautiful because it hooks them right in the side of their mouth. Nice little circle hook. And he pretty much hooked himself.
This type of fishing is great to do with a buddy like Rob Suarez. You pretty much just hang out and wait for a fish to hit.
Here's our first surf perch of the day. Barred surf perch. Get on one of those mussels. He's a decent size, average size. We caught a couple bigger ones the other day, so we're gonna try to catch some more. You can see how big their mouth is. My whole thumb fits in there. So don't worry about using a big hook or some type of circle hook. They get in there okay. But he hit on a mussel. Okay, I gotta go down here. Whoa! Make sure you be safe when you fish out there. It's a good one. I don't know what it is yet. I might have to get wet for it though. Wow, look at this guy! Yeah, guitar fish! The skills, the skills. There you got your good old guitar fish. He's not the prettiest fish in the world, but he's a lot of fun in that current. And get up here and show you a better look at him. Well, here's the guitar fish. And you don't have to worry about these guys. They're pretty much harmless. They have no teeth. You can see I'm sticking my finger all in his mouth right there. Okay, so it's not like Jaws or something. Good little circle hook, got him right there in the mouth. Okay, so I got the hook out. And here he is. Throw him back in the water. Now put on another crab here. Cast it back out here. Del Mar Jetties right here, Del Mar Beach, Camp Pendleton. not far from home. And there it is. You know, there's a lot of places right here on Camp Pendleton to fish. You don't have to go far to go fishing if you like fishing. One of the fun things about having so many opportunities on Camp Pendleton is you can come out here after work. I know people that go fishing before work. Come out here on your lunch breaks, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays. Whenever you want to fish, there's always some type of fishing to do right here on the base. So make sure you take advantage of that. Another tip I'd like to give you, no matter where you're fishing at, especially in salt water, whether it's the pier, the surf, off a boat, whatever, make sure you always set your drag. Okay? Right now we're just fishing for surf perch or corbina. They don't get too terribly big, but you never know when something's going to come by, or an unusually large corbina. You might be thinking you're fishing for 1 pound fish, and a 4 pound fish come by, and that hook will just rip right out of his mouth, or if you're using real light line, it'll break your line. So make sure you set your drag. I like to set it so that if a fish hits it real fast and I'm not ready, it can just go ahead and pull some line out and stay on the hook. So that's another tip for you. Make sure you got that drag set. I don't know, it took her hit hard. You gotta love it. Whoa, he's going down there, man. I gotta go down here. Look at this thing. Check this guy out. I might have to get wet for this one. That's a huge croaker. Look at this guy! Check this guy out! Wow! Look at this guy right here! Big old croaker! Look at the size of this joker! Check him out! Yeah! Great big croaker. So here we got a great big croaker. And you can catch these in the surf too. Good little circle hook right there. Perfect hook set. And now's the importance of having a good drag set. I saw my rod bend and the drag just took off. And this guy was on the other end of the line. Nice big croaker. I don't know if you can hear him. He's talking to me. Hence the term croaker. You can actually hear these guys. They make a drumming noise, like grr, grr, grr. And these things will hit in the surf too. They got the perch, corbina, croakers. And they're all lots of fun in the surf. And one of the most exciting things about fishing in the surf is you got all that extra current that's down here. And so make sure you hold on tight and be prepared to get wet if you come out here to fish. Mr. Croaker. We got something else here. Down here on the jetties, Del Mar Beach. Nice big surfboard. Nice one. This is the kind we were looking for. Let me bring him up here and show him to you. Now this is a nice big surf perch. Oh, look at that, just got off. And this is a better sized one than the ones we caught earlier. And this is what we're looking for. Almost looks like a freshwater crappie, doesn't he? Mouth is sort of the same. Nice big mouth. You can use circle hooks and catch these guys. We're using the sand crabs and the mussels. And these are a lot of fun using light tackle right down here in the surf. Come down here to the Del Mar Jetties, try it out. Throw him in the cooler. One thing you gotta pay attention to. A little unwelcome guest. And if you're in need of accessories, it goes good. Rancor ball, like a fur almost, California kelp. I hear it's in this season.